The video you're about to watch is of no laughing matter. There was nothing done for special effects or for more drama. In fact, there was just a horrible incident that happened in our neighborhood last night. And today we're doing the same thing that every homeowner and farmer and anyway, we make videos, and so things that a lot of folks do without having a camera in their hand, we will do with the camera in our hand, because that's just kind of become our second nature. But just know as you're watching the video and we're going about doing what we're doing, there are real people in this community who are struggling today, struggling with loss of a family, struggling with fear of who's next. So I just wanted to preface this video with setting the tone that it's not going to be a fun animal video, but it's of a lot more serious nature, and one that I think that I hope that it was addressed properly.
Tragedy unfolded Friday evening. 5 people killed, including an 8-year-old child, when a gunman opened fire inside a home in Cleveland, Texas, just outside Houston.
Folks, Lester here, and I'm sorry to say that today we are armed and dangerous. Now, my pistol is still holstered. I do have a full magazine, yet there's nothing locked and loaded. But we're on a manhunt, and I say we, meaning all of Plum Grove, law enforcement and citizens like myself. We're gonna say now Jamie is anti what's happening here, but the citizens of Plum Grove, the concerned citizens of Plum Grove, are all forming a hunting party. Not hunting party, give me a better word for it, Jamie.
A search party? A
search party. We are going to help our local law enforcement. This is where we're all meeting here. And we're going to, I'm gonna get turned around, I'm in a bad spot. We're all meeting here, and we're going to figure out a grid of some sort and go find this fugitive of the law. This is the second group of Plum Grove citizens gathering for the same thing. There's an officer right there with them. He's trying to keep the peace.
You're not doing that. We are not doing that.
It was a good idea, but what it's turned into is a bunch of vigilantes who are all toting every kind of firearm they got, and
because they have the right to, but we aren't doing that.
I think there is safety in numbers, so we're just going to go ahead and go do our own Morrow property search and do it the right way.
Exactly.
Not get ourselves caught up with something that could end very badly.
Yeah,
accidentally or
exactly.
Because of all the adrenaline pumping.
The search is important, don't get me wrong, but I do think that there's a safe way, and that's the way that we're going to do it.
Now, before we go in here, I want to remind you all that we are in a partial move. And so a lot of things that we have dug out of cabinets and closets are just kind of stacked around waiting to be boxed up. I'm going to go by and sweep every room, every closet. And I'm not going to be able to video this whole thing because you can't do a, hey kitty, you can't do a real sweep with a phone in your hand. You are ruining my element of surprise, kitty. All right, the entire big house has been swept clean. Every closet, under every bed, any possible hiding place. And so we've been leaving this house open so that Brianna and Laramie can use it as they need to for showering and everything else. But I will leave instructions for Brianna to go ahead and close it up and lock it tight tonight. I rummaged through her garden. I've looked under the trampoline. We're not going to skip an inch. You know, the thing is, I'm sitting here making a video, but do you know how scared I would be if someone actually popped out? That's the whole thing. If I actually ran upon somebody, so when you do things like this here, you can kind of already know you don't have nothing to worry about, because someone cannot go inside of the trailer and close the door from the back side. They can only close the door from the inside. So it's either the trailer is all latched down, it means there's nothing can be inside of there. Same thing is true over here. These doors here latch from the outside. So there's no way there could be anyone hiding on the inside, because they could not close or latch the door behind them. And so even though these are all different rooms that might be great for someone to hide in, that really couldn't happen. And besides that, there's no way in the world anyone could hide out here, because Trudy would never let that happen. So this is the way all of our gates should be locked. And so the one that was left open last night, the one that was found open, was this one right over here. And we don't generally use this gate. We have no reason to use this gate. So I don't know how this gate would have gotten open, but that is troubling. It's also foolish to think that there could be anyone over here, because there's no way. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Ouch! Yeah, we would be foolish to think that anyone could hide inside of here. All right. It may seem a little bit foolish to do what you have to do, but isn't it scary, the world that we live in? So here's a fella who executed, I think, 5 people. This is touchy. This is a touchy subject. All I'm going to say is that we're blessed that all of our family are fine. We're blessed that all of our families seem to be doing great, and that none of us were affected. But how tragic to know that people right down the road, children who go to the local school, and so I do hope that this person is found and brought to justice. I hope that this person is found and brought to justice the right way, not by the little vigilante group that's forming up the road here. Even though you do admire folks who are doing their part, and there's safety in numbers. But I could tell right off that I know half of those folks, and the half that I didn't know were a bunch of wahoos, I think they call them wahoos, just out looking for some action. And I do believe that when you get things like that happening, then you never know what you could be getting yourself into. So, all right, so we're fine here. I will make my way over to Joanne's, to the buildings out and about around the pastures. I'm going to take the side-by-side over and check those out if y'all want to come along. Just checked on Mom and Dad. They're all good over here. They've already done their own lookabout. So I'll make my way over to Joanne's now. I don't think she has anyone to help her. So y'all hold on tight. We're going to do this ride together. Oh, Lord. Don't hit my dad's tractor for Lord. I never hear the end of that. I forgot about this. We can just take us a shortcut right across. Side of Uncle Raleigh and Aunt Joanne's place. To the big barn. Y'all hold on. You do not want to get stuck here. All right, okay? All right. Yeah, let them know that I'm just checking the barn out. Oh, God. I thought that was a snake. That scared the heck. Oh, I got the jitters. I got me the jitters. Okay. And then, of course, there's the last place I need to go is up that ladder and look up there. I can't see. But that ladder is not going to hold me. That ladder is on its... That ladder is never going to hold me, so I'm not even going to try that. All right, friends, we've done a complete sweep of everywhere that I think that anyone could possibly potentially hide out for any given amount of time. Now, all you can do is keep your fingers crossed now and keep your kids close and keep your doors locked. But for you folks who live in other parts of the country who might be more used to stuff like this, I guess you get conditioned at some point to crime. And I'm sorry to say, and I'm happy to say, I guess I'm blessed to say that in all of my years, we've never dealt with just violence, just downright violence. And so we're hoping they can catch this guy pretty soon. I know that the entire city of Plum Grove is on high alert. There's random groups, I don't want to call them vigilantes, but there's random groups of militia forming, helping elderly people, especially going by helping the elderly folks check out their properties, looking through their sheds and buildings. And you, like I said earlier, you admire that. I admire that. But I'd rather not be a part of it when I saw so many, I think they call them yahoos. Yahoos just up and ready and looking for a fight. Because, I mean, God forbid you run across someone who's not this guy but who is shacked up or hiding out for whatever reason, and something bad happens. And anyway, there's too many what ifs and all of that. Too many bad scenarios could happen. So we're going to leave it up to law enforcement. But as far as Tomorrowland, I think that we're good. Thank y'all for taking that little ride along with me. And we will catch you on the next video. And say your prayers for that family, y'all. Seriously, say your prayers for that family. I don't know what their future looks like. But for the survivors, just for any of us to imagine hearing the news that our kids, our children, our wives it's horrifying. And for those of you who've lost loved ones, you know, in tragic situations, you know, our heart goes out to you as well.